Here we are. It is Friday night, and we don't have anything better to do. If it wasn't great, hopefully it is over for you as we enter in a 3-day weekend, really, for some of us. I know that I'm off on Monday. Amanda is off on Monday as well. And so it's going to be a good weekend. It is. I see the comment section starting to liven up a little bit on this Friday night. How about this? Julie is here. Michael's here. Heather, hello. Doreen, hello. Tren, I will see Tren in just, 6 days, I guess, as we cruise together on the Carnival Breeze. Joni is here. COVID test scheduled for tomorrow morning, and then you're selling Monday. Fingers crossed and prayers that you are negative. Angela, Michael, Charles is here. There's William, looky there. Lynn, Jackie, I know I'm late. I said 8 o'clock, okay? And I'd have to apologize first thing. I said 8 o'clock. I'll be honest with you, though. I'm not even done with my job that pays the bills, because we had 2 videos today. We had 2 videos. I knew I'd be working into the evening, and then news about 4:30, 4:45 broke out. I didn't have lunch today, and Amanda said, you have to eat. So literally, I ran and got pizza. I sent a picture to Charles, said, hey, I'm here getting pizza. I hope I get back in time. I was going to eat it while I was sitting here. Amanda said, nope. She stopped me. You know she's the boss. You guys know she's the boss. She stopped me. She said, eat your pizza. Delay it 15 minutes. So I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late, but goodness gracious, we are here on a Friday night. Who would have ever thought? But there's nowhere else I would rather be with you guys. Huge cruise news. It continues to break. I almost didn't do this because it continues to break. I started to receive messages around 2 p.m. this afternoon with some of these details. Didn't want to report anything until it was official, and everything's official now. So there's a lot of people here. Say hello when you get here. I see all of you. I do. Michael, Chris is here from South Louisiana. Judy, Gail, Tammy, Rich, Lynette, Joni, Carolyn, Ronnie, Jeffrey, Elaine, Kendra, Steve, Michael, The Z Show. Looky there. Monty is here. How about that? Your island shirts were delivered, Jeffrey. That is awesome. Listen, there's a lot of new guidelines out. They all affect us differently. Like, for instance, there's a new guideline for kids under the age of 5. For some of you, that means nothing. You don't care about that new guideline. You don't care about that protocol. For me, I cruise in 29 days with a 2-year-old. Huge news for me. We're going to talk about it here in a second. So if you have a particular question about a protocol that you've seen, or you want to know, hey, is something done, ask it, okay? We don't have all the answers because it's literally things continue to unfold, but we're going to get the answers, okay? I can promise you that. Make sure if you have a question, ask. Let me first do this, though. There's a lot going on. Thank you so much. 6,000. We eclipsed that big number of 6,000 subscribers today. It's thanks to you and what you do, your word of mouth, sharing us with each other. This is the greatest cruise community, I think, out there. And it's not because of me, it's because of you. So thank you so much for 6,000 subscribers. We also had a special video today, one that it's probably my most proud project, and that is covering the Carnival sensation. We got a set of over 60 pictures as she's about to be scrapped. And we made a video today and showed just some awesome pictures of the ship. No people anywhere. It's kind of eerie, but the sensation's going to be scrapped, not sold. And I was so glad to be able to get my hands on 60 pictures from a crew member that I know. He sent them to me directly. I told him what I want to do with it. He said, do it, go for it. Be sure you check out that video, most definitely. There's a lot of people. There is. Here we go. Pauline's here. Hello. Michael from Alabama. Raymond from Michigan. Joseph. Elaine. Question. Can you do home COVID test for cruise? Elaine, you can, but be very careful, Elaine. They've got to be proctored. They've got to be administered, self-administered, but someone is watching you, okay? If you need more information, contact us on our Facebook page. I will help you out with it. Or other islanders will beat me to it. I know how they are. They will. But yes, you can. Royal Caribbean Carnival sells these tests online. Someone watches you give yourself the test, okay? But that's a great question. Ronnie, I love the shirt. I'll show it to you really quick. How about this? Island Time, the red, white, and blue. There's nothing else like it. This shirt's available in our spread shop. Our spread shop link is in the description of this video. If you're interested in it, take a look at it, okay? It's awesome. It is. This is my favorite shirt that I have. I had to wear it tonight, actually. I appreciate that. It's not Sunday night, Kathy. I know, but it's breaking news, so we had to just chime in here because it's crazy. Gosh, there's so great video and pictures. Thank you, Trent, for that. Brad's got a question. How many cruise lines will opt in or opt out of the new CDC volunteer program? Brad, that's why we're here. It looks like every major player, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, we know from them. Celebrity looks like they're going to. I'm waiting to hear from Disney. But 110 ships are so far have opted into it. I will give you that website here in just a little bit that shows you there's a new dashboard. But it is official. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and NCL have opted into the program. We thought that they probably would. We thought it would be last minute. Today's the deadline. But they did go ahead and do that. So, let's see. Guys, and things are going to, thank you, Rich, for that. They're going to fly by, so I will try to go by. I'll try to go back and look at comments. You've got to get my attention, though, for sure. Not really liking Carnival's exemption process for children under 5 who can't get vaccinated. Hope it goes away and soon. Blessed, Nettie 69. Let's go ahead and let's talk about that. You want that policy to go away? Exemption for children under 5, guess what? It's gone. Here it is right here. I'll read it to you. Children under the age of 5 will not be counted when determining the percentage of passengers on board who are fully vaccinated or up to date with their COVID-19 vaccines. This impacts you, it impacts me. Starting now, right now. And I got a text from someone that works at Carnival. They've been there almost a decade. They help me with a lot of my stuff. I trust them with everything. And they know what I do. They would not give me false information. Of course, it's here now. It's on the CDC website, so it doesn't matter. If you have children or there's children in your group under the age of 5, you do not need to fill out an exemption form anymore. They're cruising. They're going with you. Children under 5 do not count toward that total number of 95% vaccinated, 5% unvaccinated. They don't count, okay? My travel agent texted me, and she said, Derek, you're cruising in 29 days. You, Amanda, a 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old. She said, your 2-year-old's for sure going. She said, your 6-year-old, you're probably going to be okay. Because, think about this, because there are no exemptions are not required for children under the age of 5, there's now more exemptions for children from the ages of 6 to 12. So it's going to be easier now to travel with kids, and I know some of you don't like that. You don't want to hear that. I understand it. Amanda and I try not to travel with kids. Matter of fact, next month's our first cruise ever with kids. And over 100 days at sea. We're excited about it. We really are. But it's going to be easier for our older one. Amanda, no more masks. Let's talk about masks. Here we go. Christine Duffy. And by the way, when you see Island Time responding, that is Amanda. Amanda's downstairs watching our 6 and 2-year-old, but she joins and comments when they go to bed. She usually joins us. This is impromptu, though. This is something new here. Continue to ask your questions, guys. I will get to them. The question, though, is regarding masks. Let me read this quote from Christine Duffy. This was just released. I mean, it's hot off the press. It is. We've had a very successful restart of guest operations thanks to the support of our guests, the commitment of our shipboard team, and the effective protocols we have put in place. The public health situation has continued to improve, providing confidence about these changes. Our protocols will evolve. How about that? As we continue to remain dedicated to protecting the public health of our guests, crew, and communities we visit. Charles, thank you so much. My screen just went crazy. When I say get my attention, and when there's a lot of comments, that does it. I can tell you that right there. I promise you. I appreciate that super chat so much, Charles. Your friendship, your dedication, what you do for this community, that super chat means everything to us. And I bet you I can find a way to use that in about 6 days, maybe on Embarkation Day, maybe a drink at Red Frog Pub. I appreciate that, Charles, so much. Here it is. Effective with cruises departing March the 1st. This is Carnival. Let me clarify, Carnival Cruise Line here. Effective cruises departing March 1st, masks on board will be recommended, but not required. There may, however, be certain venues and events where masks will be required. I could see masks being required in places such as maybe the casino, maybe certain lounges, comedy clubs that are tight, theaters that are tight. That's celebrity. Celebrity just changed their policy 5 days ago and said you have to wear a mask in the casino and the theater. Everywhere else, you don't have to. Okay? So starting March the 1st, mask will be recommended but not required. Good news and bad news. For all of you cruising after March the 1st, you can take the mask off if you want to. And I'll say this, if you want to wear the mask, of course wear the mask. You can do that. Now, how about this? In my luck, okay? In Charles's luck. And Trent is on here, Trent's luck. And Mike and Michelle, I know cruise. I know they're going to join after dinner. I cruise February 24th to February the 28th. We'll see. We will see if Carnival will be hardcore as they went. We just cruised in December. They were hardcore about mask. If you didn't have a mask on, they told you. In the middle of a comedy show, I'd take my mask off, I'd sip on my punchliner, I'd watch the comedian, I'd get a tap on that shoulder. Put your mask on. We'll see February the 24th through the 28th if they are as hardcore about wearing your mask indoors. It does fall in line with the policy that you're supposed to wear masks. So if they are, that's the policy. I agreed to it when I booked the cruise. I don't have a problem with it. But we'll see. Matter of fact, you can see too, if you have not subscribed yet, when I cruise, you cruise. I buy the highest internet package there is. I go live several times a day. You can see what I see. So if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe, ring that bell for notifications, and you'll stay up to date with everything. So no mask, no mask. Get this. More Carnival news. Anybody want it? I'll get caught up on comments here in a second. Carnival will continue to meet the standard of vaccinated cruises. The standard right now is 95% vaccinated cruises. The CDC has given cruise line the option to not do 95%. We can talk about that in a little bit. But children under 5 years old will not be included in any of the vaccinated guest calculation and thus will not be required to receive an exemption to sail. I'm excited about that. And here you go. Let's see what this means, guys. Let's see what this means. Effective with cruises departing March the 1st. Some additional flexibility and pre-cruise testing requirements will become available. I'll read that again. Effective with cruise. This is for Carnival. Those of you who just joined, and we're talking Carnival now. If you got questions about others, let me know. Effective with cruises departing March the 1st, some available flexibility and pre-cruise testing requirements will become available. We know that Carnival is working to test at the port as other cruise lines have done. That could be referencing that. It could be referencing going from a 2-day, 48-hour testing window of pre-cruise testing to a 3-day, 72-hour window like we used to have. That's going to be interesting to watch for. It is. But mask will be optional, recommended, but not required, starting March the 1st for Carnival Cruise Line. That's already taken place for Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and others. Let's see what we got. Let's catch up here. Should we get Derek to go live doing karaoke? Let's do it. We could do that for sure. For sure. I depart February the 28th. Can I drop my mask on March the 1st, even though the policy says beginning with cruises departing March 1st? Gail, I thought that same thing. And by the way, Gail, thank you so much today for your interaction on our Facebook page. That means a lot to me. You tipped me off on some things. I was looking at some things. You said, hey, have you seen this? Thank you so much, Gail, for that. And the way the policy reads, you're right. It says after departing March 1st. We'll see. Let us know, Gail. Let us know how picky they are on this. It's going to be interesting to see. It really is. It's already on their website. 3-day testing if you're up to date, which includes the booster. Gina, you're exactly right with that. The CDC has declared that. They're trying to get some ships, not cruise lines, but just individual ships to go to this ultra, it's called a vaccination standard of excellence. If you're a vaccinated standard of excellence, then you may have longer to cruise before longer to test before your cruise. Let's get caught up here and see what we've got. I saw another quote here. Let's see. Michael, effective March 1st, 2022, guests who are up to date with their vaccines, i.e. received a booster if eligible, may take their test within 3 days prior to sailing. So as I shared when we went live, this has broke since 5, 6, started slow, but the past 2 hours, 120 minutes, guys, cruising's changed. Cruising has changed in the last 2 hours, and it's still cloudy. There's smoke everywhere. There's smoke everywhere. We're going to wait for the smoke to settle. But for a lot of us, and for the most part, these are some things that we've been looking for. My screen goes wild. Miles McNichol, I appreciate that so much. We cruised last week, and the mask enforcement was pretty lax. You were on the Carnival Conquest, the first ship that I had ever been on. Miles, I appreciate that super chat so much. That means a lot to me. It allows us to keep doing what we're doing and invest in what we're doing. I appreciate that so much, and we'll see how it is. So as Gina says, it's on the Carnival website. They just updated their protocols. You talk about live and in action. Goodness gracious, let's check this thing out. I'm telling you guys, the smoke's not going to settle tonight. It may tomorrow. But, man, is it going to be neat to see what cruising's going to look like. It really is. Yeah, here it is. Goodness gracious. Updated right now. There it is. Yeah, you're right. Effective March the 1st. I mean, it doesn't get any more breaking than this, right? It doesn't. Carnival Cruise Line, effective, and guys, if Carnival does it, if the other cruise lines have not matched it right now, they will. Royal Caribbean, the other players will match this. Effective March the 1st, the date could be different, but they will match the policy, the protocol. Effective March the 1st, guests who are up to date with their vaccine, i.e. received a booster if eligible, okay, and you review that eligibility. You may take your test within 3 days prior to sailing. Wow. Breaking right there. How about that? Mike, thank you so much. And hey, I love the character there. How about that? Thank you so much for that super chat, Mike. Thank you for your friendship. You and Michelle are awesome people. You're awesome to cruise with. And I appreciate that. And my screen continues to go wild. Gail, thank you so much. Thank you for being an Islander, an active part of our community, trying to keep everyone informed, not just on cruise news, but tips and tricks on how to cruise. If you're not on our Facebook page, you're missing out. I'm telling you that. Carolyn, is a 3-day testing if you're up to date, which includes booster only for Carnival. That is correct. Effective March 1st, guests who are up to date with their vaccines, i.e. received a booster if eligible. And remember, you got to look at what that means, if eligible. There's a time period between your initial doses. If you had COVID, you got to wait. So look it up. There's P's and Q's there. You may take your test within 3 days. So you get an extra day for doing that. So Trent says, so my 2 March cruises, I have 3 days to test. I'm vaccinated and boosted. Trent, you are exactly right. You can now, and remember the example, if you're sailing on a Saturday, your test may be given on Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. Okay, you have 3 days to test there, and that's coming directly from Carnival's website. How about that? Yep, the red lights, you're exactly right, Charles. We got the Chiefs lights. I always start them off as red. And you know how it goes sometimes. With Super Chats, we let people pick colors. I'm feeling the love tonight, Amanda. That's right. We love you. We do. Tony, I hope people are polite to those that still choose to wear a mask. It was not the case prior to the mandates. Tony, I absolutely agree with you. I think this community for sure, I don't think we have to worry about that in this community, but the broader cruise community, you're right. There are some people who will look at someone and maybe even say something to someone wearing a mask. It's your choice. Looky there. CCL Miami blog. Listen, you talk about someone that supports Island Time in our community. CCL Miami blog Cruising with Carnival. They have some of the biggest groups on the internet. They're so nice. And you guys have helped us out so much. Hello to you. I'm so glad you're able to hop on live. We're talking cruise protocol, CCL Miami blog. How about this? Masks are optional on Carnival starting. I shouldn't say optional. They're recommended, not required, starting March the 1st. And starting March the 1st, if you are up to date on your vaccines, which means you've been vaccinated and boosted, if eligible. If you're not eligible, it's just you're vaccinated. That means you're up to date. Then you can take your test within 3 days prior to sailing. Let me say that again. You can be up to date on your vaccines and not be boosted. That's possible. Maybe you just got your vaccines and it's not within that window. I think the window maybe is 6 months. Okay, I don't want to throw out the number because I may not be right. I'm sure there are others that know better than I do. But you can be up to date and just having your initial doses, and then you have 3 days to test. So my, oh my, things have changed. Things have changed. How about that? It really, really has. Carla, I'm going to keep wearing a mask. I don't blame you. I will bring my mask in 6 days. There are places I will wear my mask. The elevators, I'm wearing my mask, although I need to take the steps. I do. I need to take the steps. But I will. So, yes, as we've had a couple people say, if you see someone wearing a mask, that's fine. That's their choice, right? Those that did not want to wear masks, they used the same argument. They said, it's my choice. Monty, so if we sell Monday, can we test Friday? So Friday, if you're up to date on your vaccines, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and yes, you'd cruise Monday, so you'd be okay. Yep. Exactly right. 5 months Pfizer, 6 months Moderna. Thank you, Tony, for that. Make sure you know that. So let's talk about this too, because there are some interesting things going on. Of course, we talked about kids under the age of 5 not going to count towards the exemption process. That's great news for my family, cruising 2 times in the next 3 months. And then the CDC has this three classes here. Take the stairs except at night. Exactly right. Ricardo, 5 months now, Derek, for the booster. Yep. So there we go. Yep. Julie, how about that? Always be kind. It's the truth. It is. It is. 3 classes of 3 groups of ships. Listen to this really quick. Vaccination standard of excellence. I don't know if anybody will do this. If anyone does it, Charles and I were talking, I think it's going to be Norwegian that could do this. They've been the most strict. Ships with at least 95% passengers and 95% crew who are up to date on their COVID-19 vaccines. That includes boosters. So you can only go on ships. And this is not cruise lines. Carnival could say the Breeze is going to be this ship. You have to be vaccinated, up to date on your vaccinations, and you have to be boosted if you're eligible. Okay? I'm not saying they're going to do that. I'm just giving you an example. There's not going to be very many vaccination standard of excellence, in my opinion. Okay? And then here's the second category of 3. The third one you're going to want to hear for sure. Highly vaccinated ships with at least 95% passengers and 95% crew who are fully vaccinated, but with less than 95% of passengers and 95% of crew who are up to date with their COVID-19 vaccines. That's how cruising is taking place right now. You have 95% of people, passengers vaccinated, 95% of crew, but not everyone is up to date as far as, I'll use myself for example. I received the COVID vaccine, finished my series in May. I cruised in July. Okay, we've had 8 months now since that. I'm eligible for my booster. I don't have my booster. That's the class they're talking about. That's a lot of people who are cruising. And so that's highly vaccinated. And then this third class, listen to this. This is from the CDC. Not highly vaccinated. Ships with less than 95% passengers and 95% crew who are fully vaccinated. Yes, the CDC has a class of ships where cruise lines can say, hey, this ship is going to be a not highly vaccinated ship. Now, those protocols will change from the other 2 classes, right? Because there's passengers on board that are not at least 95% vaccinated. So it's going to be interesting. Will there be a cruise line who says, you know what, we're not going to do 95% vaccinations, and we've seen that since July. We're going to bring that down to 85%. vaccinations. And we're going to let more adults cruise who are not vaccinated. Again, those ships will have different protocols. They will look different. The protocols will be more stringent. They will be more strict. Capacity will probably be lower. The price on those cruises will probably be higher. But that's the first time the CDC has said cruise lines can do that. The interesting thing is there's no number. How low can they drop the number from 95%? Can they say we're going to have 70% vaccinated cruises? We don't know. That information's not out there. But we do know there is a class of ships where cruise lines can have below 95% vaccinated passengers. How about this? Let's catch up here on the chat. Yeah, I might have to get the booster. I need to get it. Yep. I always get my steps in. Kendra says, Gina, absolutely someone should wear a mask if they feel more comfortable doing so. I'm just happy to have a choice again. Gina, that's well said right there. Very well said. Kendra, we have had our boosters. I travel a lot to see my grandparents. I will play it safe and take my mask with me. Exactly right. It is. I appreciate that, Amanda. Yes, if you have not subscribed, let's subscribe, be part of this community. Michael, got an email yesterday from Carnival Cruises out of Jacksonville. Next month, $5 interior room last minute deal. How can you pass it up? You can't eat at McDonald's for $5. You got to go on that. Judy, so far, 2 Vikings have declared they want the excellence status. One hasn't. Viking Cruise Line, that's a bucket list for me. I don't know if it will ever happen. MSC is going not highly vaccinated. I saw that. They're going to keep on with, I've got to check that. I haven't seen MSC not going highly vaccinated. I saw reports of highly vaccinated, which is what cruise lines have been doing. I've got to look at that, and I need to look at Viking. That's interesting there on that. Doreen, so the meaning of having the booster is called up to date instead of fully vaccinated. Doreen, that is right. This is the last several days is the first time I've seen that term, but that is a correct statement. Yep. Up to date on your vaccines. Yep. Joseph, did Carnival adopt any of the new recommendations from the CDC? Joseph, they did. Starting March the 1st, this is for Carnival, masks are recommended, not required. Okay? That's sailings departing March the 1st. And if you're up to date on your vaccines from March 1st forward, if you're up to date, meaning you've had your initial dose 5 or 6 months, whichever the CDC recommends, or if it's past that time, you're eligible for your booster and you've been boosted, you now have 3 days to test instead of 2 days. There you go, Joseph. Richard, any thoughts on what ship will be in Jacksonville when the Elation is leaving this fall? Do you think the Elation will just continue for the rest of the year? That's my thought as of now, Richard. It makes sense to me in that market. The Elation does well in that market. I think that's what's going to happen. I did actually put an inquiry regarding this into someone I know and have not heard back yet, and it's either because they don't know. Usually if they know, they tell me. And I point to my phone but it's usually they'll tell me if they know. Yep. Thank you for that, Charles. I appreciate that very much. Lido Tito, I like it. I keep trying to hit it again and again. So if we had our booster last December 2021 and cruise in May 2022, then we need another booster. Look at what shot you got. It's different per shot, and just look at it. Some of them are 5 months, some of them are 6 months, but look at it, okay? Look at it. Aaron, it is good news. It is. And I want to mention this. Amanda, I'm going to send you this. Would you please put it in the chat? Okay. The CDC has come out with a whole new, it's a neat dashboard of cruise ships. It's like the color-coded system that we had that actually cruise lines actually hated. But they've got a dashboard out now. And let me send this right here to Amanda. I'm behind on messages. I'm looking at Facebook now. Everyone's asking me questions. I know they are. Amanda, will you post this right here? Amanda's gonna post a website for you right here. And it's going to take you to a cruise ship status dashboard. Okay, this is like 3 hours old. Okay, it is brand new, and it's like the color-coded system, but it's interactive. Okay, it's way more interactive than what it was. The CDC has reported that 110 cruise ships have opted in to the new program for cruise ships, and 0 cruise ships have opted out. Okay, and this is big. There's the link right there, Amanda. Now, don't leave this to go look at it, but save that link and look at it later. A big question we had going into this was if a cruise line was in this and they wanted to eventually opt out, would they have the ability to do so, or were they stuck here? And this shows us that cruise ships can opt out if they want to eventually. Now, looking at and it's up to date. I'll tell you this right now. I would share this, but I don't have. I should have went downstairs and had multiple monitors. It's pretty up to date. For instance, the Carnival Breeze, which I'm cruising in 6 days. Jackie is too. I know he just had a comment. I saw it. I'm smoking the casino with no mask, probably no clothes, with a drink in each hand. Jackie, I believe that. That's the thing about it. Anyone else? 120 plus people in here. If they said that, I'd say, oh yeah, you're. That's probably not going to happen. But if Jackie says that, I believe that you're going to be drinking no mask, maybe no clothes on, and a drink in each hand. I actually believe that. I do. The Carnival Breeze. Carnival, and this is neat. In my video tomorrow, this will be screen shared. You'll be able to see it. Okay, to be much more professional. Remember, impromptu, right? This is impromptu. Carnival has labeled all of their ships as highly vaccinated, which means they're going to continue on with 95% vaccinations of passengers and crews for now. They can change that per ship if they want to. It's up to them. But the Carnival Breeze, for instance, right now, is a orange color. The CDC has started an investigation, and the ship remains under observation. Now, you will probably ask, what does orange mean? Orange means that there's a threshold that's been met, and that is 0.3, okay? 0.3, which is low, guys. If you look at not just major cities, but cities, I live in a town of 5,000 people. This is we probably exceed this. 0.03 or more of total passengers and or crew have tested positive. 0.03, okay? That's a third of a person out of 100. I mean, it's... Or 1% or more of total crew. Okay, so the Breeze, which I'm traveling on in 6 days, 0.3 of passengers or 1% of total crew. That equates as orange. Yellow is less than 0.3 or less than 1%. And green, Carnival has no green ship, so they have one, but it doesn't have paying passengers right now. The green ship, yeah, there's one of them. And that is, of course, the Paradise. Yep. It's crew only right now. So the Breeze is orange. The Conquest is yellow, so there's a low number of cases. The Dream is yellow. Ecstasy is orange. It's crew only, though, right now. David, look at there. There's David. What happened to Sunday Fun Day? I come to depend on watching the live on Sunday. You were not expecting it tonight, and David, we weren't expecting it either. But honestly, the amount of cruise news that's been released since 5:30 p.m. Central Time, we had to. But we will. We're going live Sunday. Don't you worry about that. David, cruising has changed in the last 3 hours. Cruising has changed. Tammy, Jackie, I handle everything except no clothes. You just need to keep some things private between you and your significant other. Tammy, I know what you mean. I do. So yeah, Elation, yellow. Again, all these, Carnival's already said 95% vaccinated crew and passengers. The Freedom is orange, so it's a higher case of ship. The Glory is orange. The Horizon is orange, which again I say higher is 0.03 positive cases or more than 1% of crew. Legend is yellow. Liberty is orange. Magic is orange. Mardi Gras is orange. Miracle is yellow. Panorama is orange. And the Paradise is green. So, again, the CDC had this color coding system before you don't see the results from their investigation. What they're investigating is how it started. What did the cruise line do to step in? How did they mediate everything going on? How did they contact trace? That's what they're investigating. Okay, there's not going to be releases of reports, but it's been clarified. And so far, Carnival, according to the CDC, so far Carnival is the only cruise line to say that our ships are going to be highly vaccinated ships. Okay, they're not going for the vaccination standard of excellence. And matter of fact, no one has said they're going to do that yet. Okay, as Charles said, the color code is a joke. It is, but it's more interactive, Charles. It's more interactive than it was. Amanda posted that link there. It is interesting to look at, but yeah, it's how about that? It is. Let's catch up here. There's a lot going on. Kathy, with testing, it seems it's the same thing as it is now, and they're counting on the third day as the day of the cruise. If you cruise on a Saturday and you have Thursday and Friday, Saturday to take the test, you're right about that. You're right. You are. You press the wrong button on the slot. I like that. Jackie the Pride. Jackie would go on the new cruise. I know that. Yep, he would. Christina, is anyone sailing on the Wonder of the Seas inaugural cruise? How about that? A couple of weeks away, Christina, from the Wonder of the Seas. An absolutely beautiful ship. I will try my best to discuss the Wonder of the Seas tomorrow on the show. I had it slated for today, and there was a lot going on the show today, both of them. But yes, I wish I was going on the Wonder of the Seas. Amanda's on, but she's not up here for sure. Getting closer to normal cruising, says Joseph. You're exactly right about that. Royal Caribbean. Let's see here. I've got my little insider on Royal. Royal's been quiet. Carnival's been active, but let me clarify why. Carnival was behind the game anyway when it came to protocols. Royal had already made their mask announcement a week ago. It was a week ago. It was last Friday. And so that may be why Carnival's up front here, because they were behind the game anyway. Let me see if Royal Caribbean has posted anything. My contact from Royal Caribbean. Nothing from him yet. So Carnival, March the 1st, masks are recommended. Testing can be up to 3 days if you're updated on your vaccine. And children under the age of 5 are not going to count for exemptions. How about that? Holding a 2-year-old downstairs, but he's trying to be involved. Yes, Tammy, join us June or July. Amanda will be there. Amanda's fun. Rick, thank you so much for that. That was a neat project. It really was. When I heard the Sensation was not going to come back at all, I was upset. It went out of service in March of 2020, and it never comes back ever again. Trina, thank you so much for that super chat. You're late to the party, but you're here. You are, and it's unscripted tonight. It is. It's impromptu. But I appreciate that, Rick, so much. When I contacted the crew member, who's actually a part of the entertainment staff, he was training on the Carnival Sensation, which I thought was interesting. They're doing training on there because they're not ever going to have passengers on there again. But it was a quarantine ship, and it still is. It's in Miami right now. A lot of the crew members are getting off, actually. I think this is going to happen sooner rather than later as far as, it was sold. It was sold within the last couple of days to the scrapyard. But we were talking, and I said, you know what? I said, it's a shame that there's no last hoorah. There's no last party. There's no last cruise. No last sail away. And I said, I wish I could do something about that, but I can't. He said, you know what? I can. I'm on board. I'll take some pictures for you if you promise to create something with it. I said, I'll do that. I'll do it. And Rick, we made that video, used our theme song, of course, for it. And I was making it, and one other content creator said, you've got to use effects. You got to zoom in here and zoom out there. I said, nope. I want the full frame of the picture, how he sent it, and I want everyone to be able to see whatever he sent. When you start zooming away, you miss corners of things. I just want it to be as is, and I thought it turned out really, really good. And it will be. I think it really will be. I'm not just saying it to try to get views. You guys know I don't do that. I I think it will be the last set of pictures, 60-plus pictures. I don't think there'll be another group of pictures of the Carnival Sensation like that. I think that's it. I do. So appreciate that, Rich, very much. I worked hard on that. Jeffrey, we've decided not to get the booster. We will get tested at the cruise port in April. Confirmation sent to us via email by Carnival. And Jeffrey, let's point this out because it's a good point. In all of this news today, the CDC nor cruise lines said that you have to get the booster to cruise. If you're not boosted and you don't get the booster, the only thing it means is you still have 2 days to get your rapid test before you cruise. So even those that don't want to get the booster, and I'll admit I'm not boosted, and I cruise in 6 days. But those of you who don't want to get the booster, you're still going to get to cruise. That is great news. As someone said earlier, it's a choice. And it seems like before we had a choice like this. No matter which way you wanted to choose, it was this. And after today's news, it feels like you have a little bit more of a choice of what you want to do. Not just you as an individual, but it seems like cruise lines, even opting into this program, it seems like even they have a little bit more of a choice. Remember, they can run cruises that are lower than 95% vaccinated if they want to. The CDC said they could do that. That hasn't been the case. Now, I don't know if cruise lines will do it. I doubt they will right now, maybe into the summer or fall. But the CDC is going to let them do that. Choice is a big thing. It is. I've wondered why Royal Caribbean and Celebrity protocols are the opposite to each other for theaters. Tony, I wondered the same thing. They're part of the same company. So I wondered that same thing. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe Celebrity theaters are more crowded than Royal Caribbean, although it's hard to imagine that. Royal has great shows, so I don't know. You know, I wondered the same thing, Tony. I really did. And Carnival may remember Christine Duffy. She had a little caveat there. There may, however, be certain venues and events where masks will be required. Could that be theaters? Could that be casino? Could that be comedy clubs? Could that be piano bar? So still pack your mask, but that's all the details we have on it. It is. We're going on Carnival Celebration March the 5th on the Glory. Can't wait, Chris. It's going to be awesome. And I saw a lot of upset people. The gala buffet, the midnight buffet, John Hild said, you know what, we can't do that. We can't do it. People got upset about that midnight buffet. They did. Now, don't get me wrong. I would have partaken of the midnight buffet. But there are people upset, threatening to cancel for no midnight buffet. I hope you have a blast. Michelle, thank you for that feedback on the Sensation video. I'm glad it brought back memories, and I'm glad that the Sensation got to tell its story one more time. She's a beautiful ship. She really is, and I'm glad that it was sad to see how empty she was. And the crew member that I worked with on that project, he just got off the ship yesterday. He talked for 30 minutes on how hard it was to get that ship ready to be scrapped, because Carnival is entitled to, and I hate to use the word entitled, but Carnival owns certain things on that ship. They own the plate, they own the plates and the silverware and the furniture, and there's some things that they can keep and they can use for other ships if they want to. They could sell to other markets. And then anything fixed to the floor or the wall, he told me, they cannot take. He was saying, hey, do you want this? Do you want that? I can ship this. I can ship that. And he sent me a picture of the guest services desk, and it had platinum and diamond light that was on the ceiling, but it was hanging. You could tell it had been unscrewed, and it was hanging there by an electrical wire. He sent it to me. I said, hey, I would love that sign. And he said, well, someone tried to take that, but it's fixed to the ceiling, so I can't take that. I thought, dang, I ought to put that thing back here or something. But he said it was a lot of work, but they're done. A lot of the crew got off the ship the last 2 days, and a lot of them are going other places for sure. It sounds like the time that it's been a quarantine ship for crew members, it sounds like that's winding down most definitely right now. So, yep, can't wait for the Jubilee. I agree, Charles. I'm excited for that. Jeffrey, $10 per person to test at Carnival Cruise Port Canaveral. Email sent to us. That's right, Jeffrey. They're ramping that up, and Jeffrey may mean that it's sent They sent it right now. Christine Duffy did say, starting March 1st, we're going to have some additional flexibility in pre-cruise testing requirements. And so for those of us who are cruising coming up, expect some emails for sure. Good Lord, you guys are ordering. You like this shirt, don't you? Good Lord, people said you like the shirt, but I'm checking my email. And new order on the spread shop. I go back, bam, new order in the spread shop. Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate that. The spread shop is in the description of the video. I hope the merch is great. It really is. I enjoy it. Grab a sticker there while you're at it too. Right. Yes. Breeze the 24th. You're exactly right. Let's see. I'm upset about the midnight buffet. I mean, I'm not canceling, but I'm just I'm disappointed. Trend says, I know it was going to be special. We've only been on one cruise that had the midnight buffet, and it was special. It really was. We really did enjoy it. Okay, so this was an impromptu. I didn't even. Good Lord, I haven't gone an hour because I started at 8:15 instead of 8. Joseph, thank you so much for that feedback on the Sensation video. She's the one that got me hooked on cruising. You want me to tell you a secret about that Sensation video? I had something I wanted to say personal about her at the end. You don't want it to be cheesy, but I filmed that segment of me talking before because I want to give some history of the Sensation and her service. And I recorded it and I ended it, and I said, Derek, that's like an obituary. And I was like, I got to re-record that. And so I had to re-record it again. It was much better the second time. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I like those stickers, Amanda. Rich got the lanyards. He cannot wait to represent. We do our own lanyards. I love Spread Shop. They have awesome clothing. They do all of our clothing. But as Rich pointed out, we do our own lanyards. I'll point it out only because Rich said it. He got the lanyards in the mail. It's two-sided. It's colored. It has our logo on both ends. Bam, bam. It says, "Come be an Islander." And it's got the plastic clip. It snaps on there. A hard snap. This is not going to come off. I promise you that. And the most important thing you can have is a metal clasp that closes. Not a plastic clasp. Metal clasp. But when you walk up to that slot machine, bam, slide it in. You walk up to your door, you don't have to do this mess, taking it off over your hat, stuff like that. You walk up to the coffee bar, bam. $12, that includes shipping. How about that? That's we do our own lanyards ourselves. I've got hats coming. This hat's on our Spread Shop. I've got another hat. It's going to have a leather patch. It's coming too. Yep. Anyone going on the Mardi Gras 226? That's Mike. Mike is. It's going to be a blast. It is. Kendra, word on the Breeze January 27th, and we'll wear it again May the 5th. Thank you, Kendra, for that. I appreciate that very much. And Breeze on February 28th, and we're going to be there. Charles and I and Trent will be there on the 28th. Can't wait to wear mine. That's right, Charles. And Charles is sitting in 8 inches of snow right now? It's crazy. I know he's ready. Joni, thanks for the Sensation video. Guys, that means so much to me. I'm serious. This was a project that I wanted to surprise you Islanders with, and it's a project that I told Amanda will live on for a long time. I truly think it'd be the last set. And the feedback, I just uploaded it today, and for there to be so much feedback already of people saying that they enjoyed that, made all the work and back and forth and downloading each picture individually worth it. Thank you so much, Joni, for that. I have my Islander lanyard all packed and ready to go. I love it. Mary keeps getting better. Can't wait until it's vax optional, and we'll get there. David, I'll have to order some shirts too. Hopefully they have XX. David, they've got XX. Here's the XX. I'm wearing it. I like my stuff a little bit loose. They do have XX and even 3X in some of our shirts, most definitely. And I'm working on trying to get some bigger sizes for others. Michelle, crossing fingers, they will keep some of the 50th anniversary items after the celebration for later cruises. I think so. I think you're right. I really do. It sounded like it was going to be a full year of celebration instead of just that 1 week. Lisa, there's my PayPal's in the description of this video. If you need more help, message me on Facebook. But we use PayPal. I can do Cash App. It's $12 flat, and that includes shipping. So it's not a bad deal, I promise you, at all. If you buy one on the cruise, and of course I love Carnival, love Royal Caribbean. They're $10 or $12, and I promise you, it's not this quality. It may have their logos or something, but it's not. You're not going to lose your. You're not losing your stuff on this, I promise you. Trend will be wearing her. She said, Lynn, I've been on the Fascination, Celebration, Imagination. How about that, Lynn? Several in the fantasy class. Ask Derek about new designs. I made them. Amanda has made some unbelievable new designs. Amanda, you're right. I need to get them uploaded. It's going to be awesome. Can you say that word again? Lanyards. Lanyards? Lanyards. Lanyards. That's like a light. My Arkansas thick accent is coming out. Lanyard. Maybe I made you laugh. I may not be the best spokesperson for that, but it's a good product. It is. Lynn, thank you for that. And Charles, Jackie, I will bring you a lanyard, but that's probably the only thing you'll be wearing. That and a Speedo. And I'm not lying for those of you who are on here. Can you tell us about the new designs? Kathy, Amanda has made, she's made some awesome designs. They all incorporate our logo, but there's one that's got a beach chair and an umbrella that's really beach themed. That's, it's important for me, and I say it almost every day, to have 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day where you live on the islands. We can't go there every day, but our mind can go there every day, and that's what I try to do with Island Time. There's also a black and white. Because our logo it's multicolored, and sometimes that can be hard to make look good on different colors of t-shirts, blue and dark greens and black. But we have a black and white logo that's going to look awesome on different colors of shirts. So just trying to expand some of the options. I think we have 160 products right now on Spreadshop, and that's going to increase. I just have to have time for it. Like I said, I didn't have lunch today. I had 2 videos. They're not excuses, but I need to get it done. Yep. Steve, hat and shirt ordered on the way. That's awesome. Spreadshop will keep you updated. They will. I order the same way as you guys do as well. And Charlie, yes, I got to get these hats going. I do. They're gonna be awesome, and I'll sell those individually only because things that are as customizable as this, you can't do somewhere else. You just have to do it yourself. So, Ray, you're welcome for that sensation video. Thank you for saying thank you. I wondered if people would even care or like it. I thought they would. That means a lot. It does. Moonlight. Yep, Costa, Virginia. Derek, you look like you have lost some weight. David, it's basketball season here. I referee basketball. I appreciate that, first off. I do referee basketball. I've actually got a finals of a district tournament tomorrow, a big tournament where I will be yelled at by, I've refereed there 3 times this week. There's been over 2,000 people there each night, which is a huge crowd. I run, it's probably 7 or 8 miles a night. And so that may be it. But David, I appreciate that very much. It's a struggle. How about Jackie? Jackie, that's the first thing you said to me, just about the first thing when I met you. No lie. For those of you who are on here, Jackie Crossland, I was outside Willie G's in Galveston, Texas. Charles was there and Jackie was there. And he walked up to me, and it was something like this, Jackie. I don't want to quote you, but this is a summary. He said, I know you, and I don't like you. I'm not a big fan of YouTubers. And I thought, oh, my God, this guy. I'm just trying to help the community here. And he said, I've seen some of your stuff, trust me, and it ain't that good. But then Jackie and I became very good friends. I love him to death. I was telling somebody the other day, it's like he's the salt of the earth. He adds some flavor and some taste to every situation. And Jackie, I'm ecstatic we get to cruise again in 6 days. It's going to be a blast. It is. Amanda's beat me to these comments. Julie, lanyards, you can order through me. Send me a message. And it may be, the camera angle might help as well. It might. And the hat. The flat bill hat. I don't know. Maybe that helps. I don't know. hopefully you get the new designs up soon so you can wear them Mardi Gras next month. I'll work on that. We'll have a 3-day weekend. How about that? I'm off Monday, so I'll work on that soon. Charles, yeah, you and Mike are killing it. Charles has lost like 40 pounds since October. Done an awesome job. And Mike, too. He's got started in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and he's doing awesome. He is. Mike, hey, Mike's gaining muscle. That's what it is with Mike, okay? What's Amanda saying? We'll brag on Derek real quick. He works his day job for at least 8 hours a day. He does out on time for 1 to 2 hours a day. Then he referees. You didn't have to say that. You did not have to say that. But that is the truth. It is. And I feel bad because I don't. Used to, I could respond to everybody. If you left a comment, I could respond. Facebook, YouTube, whatever it was. If you text me, Charles knows this. Sometimes I don't respond back. And I feel awful at the end of the night. I've got all these people who write and I can't respond back. But I try. I promise I do. I do. Have so much fun, Kendra says, with Cookie. Yes, he's family. He's cousins from Waco, Texas. I will do that, Kendra. I'll say that his cousins from Waco, Texas said hi. I'll look you up on Facebook and show him a picture. Jackie, you are nicer in person. You are. Let's see. Gina, Derek, you need to buy Amanda some flowers or something for saying. I agree, Gina. I agree. She's Amanda keeps me going. I can tell you that. Keeps me between the lines. David, Charles, I need to lose some weight. Yep, I know what you mean. I'm there. I'm trying. Guys, this was awesome. This cruise news is awesome. Like I said, there's still smoke in the air. Maybe it will be cleared this weekend. Of course, everybody is out of the office tomorrow and Sunday and maybe Monday. But I have a feeling this is not over. This is only the beginning of some big changes. And it will be interesting as they go into an effect. Do they work? If they don't work, do they scale them back? It's going to be interesting to see. I can tell you this, though. One thing I'm proud of is this community, our growth, 6,000 subscribers. I've met so many of you in person, and I will continue to do so. Cruising in 6 days. Can't wait. I'm going to show you every second of it. And there's David. This is for you, Derek, for all the hard work. David, I appreciate that. I can promise you, I've told Charles and Trent, I don't know how I'm going to make the cruise Thursday. I have so much work. It's the end of the month at work. I have billing and stuff like that to do. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but if I can get there, I'm going to enjoy sitting at Red Frog Pub on a stool, bellied up to the bar with just a refreshing drink. And I will officially be on island time. So, David, I appreciate that super chat right there, and that will go towards a drink. There's no more happy hour out of Galveston. How about that? I'm going to pay full price. Someone just subscribed, Amanda said, and I would imagine we've had several here. I'll give you a live update. We were at 6,000. We're at 6,023. We continue to grow, and it's because of you. Rick, Derek, you responded within the hour to my email regarding 9:30 a.m. boarding time on the Conquest. I try, Rick. I really do. I do, and I see messages, and sometimes if I can't respond, I know it's there. I'll go back to it, but I hope it helped. I really do. Yes, Mike. If we can get to 10,000, would be unbelievable. Rodney, hey Derek, been missing the lives. Been in the process of moving. Congratulations on that. You are so welcome. Pauline, I wait for your updates daily. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Appreciate that. Amanda, behind every good man is a great woman. And Lynn, you cannot be more right about that. I can promise you that. I can. We will go live Sunday. Okay, it will be a more organized show, a more scripted show. I'll have questions and games and all kinds of things for us to do. This was impromptu. I didn't know how many people would log on. I think at one point there were 140 people on here, which is amazing. There's Michelle. Look at that. But Sunday we will be right back here, and maybe some of this dust will settle. We'll kind of see what things look like. I will have some questions for you as Charles and I and Mike and Michelle get ready to cruise. We'll have some questions for you. What would you do? And what would you look forward to? Tomorrow we'll have a video up. I'll get some of the things we talked about tonight in a formal video. I'll get that thing up so that everybody can see it. I'm excited. Jackie, yeah, no more happy hour. You're exactly right. We're paying full price. Full price. The unbelievable is coming because everyone sees your passion for Islanders. I hope so. Good night, Steve. Yeah, Lynn, they cut it. No happy hour on the Breeze, Dream, or Vista on Embarkation Day. They still have it on Port Day. It has to do with local law. It's the same law that prohibits the drink package Cheers from starting day one. Texas expanded that law starting in January of 22, and now there's no happy hour on the Dream, Vista, or Breeze on Embarkation Day. They do still have it on the Port Day. Yeah. Not right. It's not right. Not right. Unbelievable. So if I cruise on Sunday, I can test on Thursday now. If you're up to date on your vaccines, which means you're fully vaccinated, or if the time has passed where you're eligible for your booster, you receive your booster, yes, you now have 3 days to test. Big change. Big change. Moonlight Adventures, I appreciate that so much. I can't wait to talk to you guys on Sunday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll have all this stuff in formal. I will share my screen and show some things to you. I cannot wait to do that and to show everyone else. Guys, have a great Friday. Thank you for joining me on a Friday night. It's now past 9 o'clock Central Time. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're off on Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow and on Sunday live right here on Island Time.